Hi, my name is Steve Booren. I'm the owner and founder of Capital Consulting, an investment advisory firm based in Greenwood Village, Colorado. Today I'd like to have a conversation with you about your money personality. You know, there are people out there that just seem to be good with money. And then there are some people out there that just seem to be bad with money. Well, what I'd like to do is discuss 8 characteristics of people who are good with money and then look at the other side of those characteristics or behaviors and see why people are bad with money. The first characteristic of people who are good with money is that they always seem to have an emergency reserve. That emergency reserve is 3 to 6 months of their budget. It's in a steady, stable place, such as a bank or a credit union. They can get their hands on this money at any time. The second characteristic of people who are good with money is that they have a project account. This is an account that's dynamic. It's to be used for vacations, for remodeling. It's to be used for replacing the car. It's for those expenses that are going to come up from time to time, but they're planned expenses. The third characteristic of people who are good with money is that they use a credit card as a tool, not a crutch. In other words, they use a credit card to buy things, but at the end of the month they pay that bill off. They will also use the bill to do their bookkeeping because it shows you where you spend all of your money. The fourth characteristic of people who are good with money is that they're either completely debt-free or they have a plan to become completely debt-free. They have a plan to pay off their mortgage so that they make no further payments, no nada. This gives them tremendous peace of mind and freedom. The fifth characteristic of people who are good with money is that they have a budget and they live within the budget. It's a realistic budget that's reviewed periodically, it's flexible, and they've built in for those emergencies, those vacations, and those projects. The sixth characteristic of people who are good with money is that they have an income strategy for their budget. In other words, they know the sources of their income. That's coming from their employment or from their portfolio, but the key is that they know where that money's coming from and that cash flow complements their life. The seventh characteristic of people who are good with money is that they have a diversified portfolio. They've got money allocated toward cash, toward real estate, toward investment assets, retirement assets, business assets, and it's purposeful. In other words, there's a reason for the money in each of those accounts. The eighth characteristic of people who are good with money is that they delegate this responsibility to a trusted financial advisor. You see, they've sat down and they've shared their dreams, their goals, their ambitions, and they've shared their concerns with that advisor. In turn, that advisor has developed an investment strategy that is specifically focused to achieve the goals and objectives of that client. That advisor makes strategic investments as well as tactical investments, taking advantage of opportunities as well as being wise with their portfolio. So, those are the characteristics of people who are good with money. Let's look at the characteristics or behaviors of people that are bad with money. And first and foremost is that they have no emergency reserve. What that means is anytime something comes up, it becomes an emergency. What they rely upon is their credit card. They fall back on their credit card to bail them out. The second characteristic of people who are bad with money is that they have no project account, which means everything becomes an emergency, whether it's replacing the deck or the car or the vacation. Consequently, everything goes on the credit card, creating a debt spiral. Number 3, obviously, they have a high credit card or consumer debt balance that tends to put them into the debt spiral. The fourth characteristic of people who are bad with money is that they're in the mortgage forever plan. They have no way to get out of debt. They have no interest in getting out of debt. Therefore, they're going to be imprisoned by their mortgage payments forever. The fifth characteristic of people who are bad with money is that they have no budget and they spend whatever. They tend to spend whatever they make, and they're not necessarily aware of what their spending is. The sixth characteristic of people who are bad with money is that they really don't understand or know the sources of their income. Therefore, their cash flow tends to be haphazard, it's month to month, and often leads to panic. The seventh characteristic of people who are bad with money is that their investment strategy is haphazard. All of their ideas tend to be from financial media or rumors that they have heard. There's no rhyme or reason to their portfolio. The eighth characteristic of people who are bad with money is that they've not delegated this responsibility. They've not shared this with another advisor. They spend 6 minutes a day on their investment portfolio. A financial advisor spends 2,000 to 3,000 hours a year on their client portfolios. Quite a difference. We've created the Money Personality Worksheet as a tool to help you to understand your behavior and help you improve your performance, help you to be more comfortable, more confident about your money. Well, it's interesting. These 8 behaviors mirror or complement the 4 investment principles we encourage our clients to live by. Number 1, only write on the backs of checks. Number 2, have a comfortable budget and live within the budget. Number 3, have an income strategy for number 2. And number 4, have your portfolio be purposeful, diversified, and work with an advisor who has your best interests at heart. In a world of confusion, complexity, isolation, and opaqueness, we provide our clients leadership, relationship, capability, and confidence. If you'd like to have a conversation about your money personality, feel free to contact our office at 800-764-0590, at one of the emails listed here, or at our website, www.capitalconsultingus.com. Thank you for investing your time today understanding more about your money personality.